What's up, y'all? Today is Thursday, May 7th. This is the Beyond Celebrity Show. I'm your host, Cesar Pena. Got the co-host, Miguel. Got the new co-host, Fresh is on the scene. What's up, Fresh?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Fresh.
Doing good, doing
West
good.
Coast to the East Coast. I see us.
Right, both sides of the coast.
We got the East Coast, West Coast all together.
Love it.
So, Fresh, what are you up to? What are you up to?
I am being a really responsible, self-quarantining individual. Entrepreneuring like crazy. Definitely building, some good business things to happen in the near future. I've been painting. I actually have. This is like a hobby, right? Because I need my sanity, right? I just finished this. It's an illustration from that I took out of a Rolling Stone magazine. And
Wow, that's Prince, right?
Looking like Mozart. Yeah, so like stained the wood and the canvas and everything, and kind of having fun with that. And just started something earlier this morning. So, and cooking. I'm cooking every day in the kitchen.
Nice.
I literally was cooking with my daughter. We cooked a bunch of cookies. She's killing it right now with cookies, and my son ate about 5 of them. So and he didn't tell us. He just grabbed 5 of them. I just saw there's 5 cookies coming out of his mouth. He's a killer.
Have you guys seen the little baby challenge where they put like gummy bears or like fruit snacks in a bowl, and they tell the baby like right in front of the baby like, Don't eat it. Wait till I come back. And they video record it to see what the kid would do.
So there's supposedly a entrepreneur thing to that, or like a success thing to that, where if the kid waits, they'll be able to hold out and wait for things in life, so they become more successful. But the ones that take it right away, they end up in jail. They say,
yeah, they're like baby savages.
What? Exactly.
When I was growing up, I would think that type of a tool would be used for like kidnapping or like, somebody approaching a child. I would think it's probably better used for that.
Anyway.
Wow.
So
Mig, what's up, man? What you been up to, Mig?
I did a conference this morning at 5 a.m. I was up preparing. It was for Ireland. It was pretty cool. Talking about augmented virtual reality, where it's going post-COVID. It's a lot of nerd stuff, early in the morning.
So, all right, we're going to get into news. Today is our 50th show.
In a row.
Hey.
Yep. So to go along with the 50th show, of course, we got to talk about 50 Cent, right?
Oh, that guy.
So 50 is back in the news, right? He's trolling, right? Looking for who's next to get on. So he got back on 6ix9ine. So the news went, she I think the wife was trying to look for money or something like that. And he was
probably
like, all right.
6ix9ine's girlfriend, you mean, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 6ix9ine's girlfriend. I think they're looking for money. So 6ix9ine says 50 Cent taught him how to hide money.
So that means 6ix9ine is still snitching, right? I mean, come on, buddy.
So that's the article right there. I'll paste it into the chat. You guys wanna?
So of course, 50 Cent came in there, right, and said, "Yeah, she will never find it. I'll show them my taxes right after Trump." So I mean, 50 is just crazy, man.
You're savvy.
Yeah, man. He just loves to stay on the news, man.
You think about it, 50's whole career was created trolling, right? Like his first hot song was dissing all the rappers,
Yeah.
He's staying true to himself,
Yeah, the first song had a rob, exactly, which really caused a lot of controversy because, I mean, hip hop wasn't born on bravado, but it led during that time when he put that out. you talking about, you know, snatching chains and sticking up people and doing all kinds of crazy stuff to them. You know, in fact, Fat Joe just said in an interview that he did with Angie Martinez from she used to be on Hot 97, but he just told her that the only rapper that ever sunned him, that like, you know, kind of gave him some shade, believe it or not, is Soldier Boy.
Really?
His entire life, he's never been played like that. And Soldier was like, you know, and Angie said, you know, he was too young to know, like, you got to give him a pass for it. You know, and I don't think Fat Joe was like stressed about it, but he remembered it.
You know how? What did he do?
Say it again.
What did he do? How did he son him?
I think like Joe saw him maybe at a concert. They were like backstage, both maybe, you know, performing. And I think, you know, Soldier Boy was like, who? I don't care. Like, you know, just, I mean, young and, you know, probably not knowing the history, you know, who was in front of him, so to speak. So
I know for a fact 50 Cent was just on the Breakfast Club, I said a couple months, like a month and a half ago. And because he's a mogul too, right? He's not just a rapper. He's a mogul, right? He's worth X amount, a huge amount of money. And people approach him all the time and like, yo, you think this is going to hurt your brand? He was like, yo, I'm a rapper. So he said he goes to the rapper when he has to troll that he's a rapper. And when he has to make money, he's a mogul. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. I think if you really look at the foundation of 50 Cent, his concept of the album title, which was Get Rich or Die Trying, yes. He literally says, I'm going to, like, his goal in life was to be wealthy, was to attain riches. And he was going to be by any means necessary, however it was going to come for him. And, you know, obviously he's across platforms now. The guy is an actor, you know, he's obviously a rapper, and he, you know, he's an executive on television now. He's got multiple shows.
He's doing his thing on TV.
He's doing his thing, you know. But yeah, he's a troll, and it's fun. And like I think I've mentioned before, I think that he knows, you know, the level to take it to, because I don't think he means any harm. I think he's just having a good time.
I think so too. I think he's just he don't care. He don't care. Like, he's been in the business for so long now. He's like, yo, who's gonna go on that line, and then I'm gonna reel him in. I'm gonna reel him in, and we're gonna talk.
Yep. He plays all the sides really well, though. That's for sure.
So the next 50th, right, is Naomi Campbell, right? So Naomi Campbell is, I think she's about to turn 50, right?
I think she did. Oh, so we're theming this out. I get it. 50, got it. Yeah. She did a photo shoot in her house. She had, like, they're almost like selfies, right? No. She orchestrated it, and she took the photos. So I think it was Essence. Yeah, there it is. Essence magazine, and she took the photos.
Gennaro says, "Welcome back, Fresh Carreras," and Shannon says, "Hey, fellas, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Thank you."
So yeah, man, she looked good. God, 50. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks great. I mean, and I guess, you know, she's probably been on a million photo shoots, so she knows how to take a photo, clearly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
is she still a model right now? Is she still a model?
So they have to pay her a ridiculous amount of money to come back to modeling. She never hung up her shoes, but yeah, I mean, she still models if the price is right. Right, so if you see her on a runway, it's because they paid her like $1 million to get on the runway. That's how big she is in the industry. And yeah, she does it. She still does it, but the price has to be right.
Yeah, she just exudes, you know, the epitome of it. Like she literally, she's an icon at that. I think even just her being at an event adds that essence to it, you know. It adds like that whole, you know, beautiful, sleek. She's great to look at, and she's a little controversial, so, you know, she's not a boring pretty girl at all.
Never boring. And she likes her young guys. She loves the young dudes.
Yeah. Who's the last person her dating?
So she, some of the people that she was linked to was Liam Payne from One Direction. That was just recently, and he's young. He's a young cat, right?
Oh, he's like 20, what, 3? 24?
I think he's like 23, 24.
Really?
Yeah. I almost got shot. You know, I was around when he was coming out of her house a couple times. You know,
Okay.
late night creeps. But yeah. You know, they were linked for like at least a month. You know, a month and a half. You know, then the one of the F1 series race car drivers. I forgot his name, but he's like big time. He's the only African American F1 race car driver that wins all the championships. He wins.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I know who you're talking about.
Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton. So they've been linked together for a very long time too. You know, I know they always say they're friends and stuff like that, but yeah, it's yeah. So she loves them young. She loves them young.
Good. Let her have her fun. What do we care?
Yeah, let me tell you something. It's all good.
She can do it. She can do it. Right?
Yeah, it's working for her. Look at her. She looks great.
Exactly. Especially being around her. I videotaped her and been around her a lot, and she always looked young, and she's always smiling. She's always having a good time. So, big up to her.
And I think it's kind of cool that Essence was able to orchestrate this with her. You know, to be able to push content out. Obviously, you know, there's so many, restrictions at this time. So it's nice. It's nice that she figured it out. I've seen some of the other photos that are, part of the collection. She looks great.
It says
happy birthday, Naomi.
Yep.
It says self-portrait in isolation. So did she take that picture herself?
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. She took that photo.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
It's like a selfie, but and that's why I was saying her being on set all the time, she's learned how to, obviously watch how to make it happen, and clearly she did it.
Got it. Makes sense. All right. What's next?
So the next story, Adele, right? Adele, we were talking about Adele yesterday, how good she looks, right? So she's with all her friends. I see Nicole Richie back there. I forgot who the other girl is. She looks like Kylie Jenner, but I don't think it's her. But those are her friends. They just hanging out. But look at Adele, man. Oh, my God. Adele is killing it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She looks great. I mean, she looks great, and she looks like she feels great, like that she's wearing this new version of herself really well. So good for her.
No doubt.
Yep.
She kind of like took over the internet yesterday with that. Everybody's talking about it. Everyone's gagging. Yep.
So the other huge story, and we was talking about this before. How TikTok right now, if you post things on TikTok, you might end up going viral around the world, and news teams might pick you up, right? So there's this girl named Nicole Smith, right? Her tagline is Polly, Ollie, 21, right? So she used to work at Disneyland, and she used to escort a lot of these celebrities into like Disneyland. She used to do the VIP service for Disneyland. So she did a video on TikTok that went viral, and she spoke about everybody she was engaging with. So listen what she has to say.
So she used to be an employee at Disney.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Celebrities
VIP.
in the Hallmark
VIP.
and my opinion about them. Will Ferrell was the very first celebrity I met at my very first shift at Disneyland when I worked at the Haunted Mansion, and he is very cool, a very nice man. Jason Derulo does not know lyrics to Christmas songs, and he had to write the lyrics on his hand, and it was kind of embarrassing. Not the entire cast of Good Luck Charlie, but this lady, and then this kid was a little asshole. I did not like him at all. Can confirm that Mark Wahlberg is just as handsome in person as he is in photographs, and he is also a very nice man. Nicolas Cage is creepy. He looks like a vampire. He looks like he glows in the dark, and he was a little. And these people are awful. I had to deal with both of them separately. She is an absolute diva, and he is an absolute diva. And I hope that no cast member has to deal with these monsters ever again.
Whoa. Well, listen. She's definitely not working now, and I'm sure she won't be working when they open back up. Are you kidding?
Yo,
What?
I'm talking about annihilation. She will not have a job. She better be TikTok famous after this shit.
Well, yeah, no doubt. She better be
ban her from the park. Like,
100%. 100%. She is done. She is done. But yo, she went all in. She went all in. Oh my God. So
how many views it got? It got a lot of views.
It got almost 3 million views.
Oh
wow.
Yeah. So I saw it on the Daily Mail. I saw it on TMZ. I saw it on so many different celebrity news outlets, and it's catching on fire because she's not holding back. She's not holding back. So I saw that. I had to share it with you guys.
Is she pushing more content out and trying to become sort of a character on TikTok, like having something to push out?
Well, it looks like it's newfound fame, right? So I feel like she's gonna start putting out more content. So she put out one of the guys that was on there. You see when he said the girl's a dick and the guy was a dick. So the little boy from the actual picture reposted it and showed it, and she was holding her mouth. She was just like, "Oh my God!" She was like embarrassing, you know.
Well, I can disagree with her on the Nick Cannon version, right? Because I did the Triumph video in Queens, New York. It was Mariah Carey's video that Nick directed. And they were great. They actually came from a long ride in the Hamptons at Russell Simmons' house to do like the pre-light the night before the shoot. And Mariah's a little bit of a champagne drunk, but it's her own brand. So she's she's making sure her product is good for the masses, whatever. She's quality control for her own shit. But they were great. They were a great couple. They seem to have a lot of respect for each other. Nick is a workhorse. That guy is, he's got so many jobs. He's got so many interests. He's got so many creative things within inside of himself, whether it's poetry, comedy. That guy's amazing. And they weren't assholes at all. And even the day of the shoot, Meek Mill and Rick Ross were in that video. It was a huge project, and everybody was amazing. Yeah.
So I covered both of them for my 15 years of doing this, and both of them by themselves. Like Mariah Carey is one of the best. Every time she sees me, it's always love. She always show love, and she's always happy. She always wants to talk. So. I could see the diva side, but I always got love for her. And then Nick Cannon, is to me is one of those guys that he can do no wrong with me. He's always been dope. I know how hard he works, and it was probably that one time, because they had probably the kids and they had to, walk them through and it was probably that one time thing, but I feel like, she got it wrong with them too.
What's interesting though, a lot of times it's the handlers, the management, or the handlers that make like the idea of chaos, and they make like the air shrink in the room. And I feel like a lot of these celebrities just want to be treated like normal people because they are normal people. It's this crazy weird line that's created in between, and it's usually the handlers that create that energy.
Amen.
So maybe that was the case, but yeah, she called them assholes. That's crazy.
So Jimmy says, I guess she ain't working out in Disney after this, like you said. She went in, Jesus Christ. What's up, Matty Pop?
Maddie.
Help me get TikTok famous. All right, we gotta work on that, Matty Pop.
We're gonna come up with a plan, Maddie. We're gonna come up with a plan.
Here we are.
TikTok doesn't look easy. It does not look easy.
But it's great if you got music content like Matty Pop has up with Lady Gaga, you know, so the music it will help that stuff go far.
I think with Matty Pop, he has to really start using green screen and start using the pictures that he have with the celebrities and make it into some kind of video transitional kind of thing. You know, I think that'll work for him because there's not too many big time, especially he met One Direction a lot. So he could do a transitional video with pictures and then have music going with it. I think he'll pop off. I think Matty Pop, I think you start doing that, you'll see your numbers going up.
He said his videos are iconic. Go check them out. Send us your TikTok. Put your TikTok link here, Matty.
Yeah, I want to see what Matty Pop's all about.
Oh my God, he's a wild man. Matty Pop is wild, man.
Matty Pop is a bunch of
very entertaining. He's very entertaining.
All right, so what we got next?
So next up, Serena Williams. She is posing for Stuart Weitzman. I never could say that.
Oh, yeah, Stuart Weitzman, the shoe brand. She's I think she's the 2020 ambassador, but it's like a partnership. I think she's doing with them.
Okay.
She looks great. I know there was just a photo that I've seen with her and her daughter, her baby, outside their house, like during all this quarantining. She looks great. I think she's in good spirits. You know.
Now
that's a really nice picture right there.
I know. She looked like she's like, because she's always been muscle tone, but it looked like she's slimming, like not doing the weights as much.
Right.
And she's getting like model ready now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she looks good. She looks great.
And I guess
I bugged out when I saw her in that Beyonce video.
Yeah.
It was like on the Lemonade Project, right? I think that's.
Yep.
And I was like, oh wow, but she gets so much love from so many creative females out there. I mean, she's such an inspiration to so many people for different reasons. She's quality. I dig me some Serena.
Yep.
And them, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So next up, Britney Spears. She wants another baby, right?
A boyfriend.
That's her guy, right? I say, let me tell you something, man. Like Britney, come on, man. Like stay what you're doing right now. No babies, no more babies, Britney. Come on.
That's why she broke down last time, right? Like after the baby, she kind of went crazy. Or she was already kind of going crazy before the babies, right?
Well, it was before the baby. Then it was kind of during with the babies because they had that iconic shot of her holding a drink and the baby almost falling out her arm. You know what I'm saying? She's better now, but she just really don't need, like, she's literally just getting her life back together. She looks cool with this new guy, but you know what I'm saying? Like to have another baby coming out right now, it's probably the guy. He probably wants to have his own baby with her. And kind of seal the deal, Travis Scott, you know. You know, so that's my thought.
Is she still making money like that? Like,
yeah, she still got the Vegas. She still got the Vegas gig. You know, she still got the Vegas. She has a gig going on in Vegas. But what Maddie talking about?
Maddie says she's the happiest she's ever been, and CNXO on Instagram is saying he's doing it for the clout. She was on our show. I forgot her real name though. What's your real name again? If you're hearing this,
you know, Brittany's son though was in the news not that long ago for kind of talking shit about his family and his grandfather and
Crystal. Yeah.
You know, I think the kid has some of the Kevin Federline rebellion in him. I mean, if she wants to have a kid, that's great. I don't know where she's at in her life. I haven't really heard much lately. But that would be interesting. I don't know, how old is Brittany now?
Brittany should be like around around my age. So I would say she's about 41, 40.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense. That's right. That's what I thought. That's what I would have thought.
A big shout out for the reporting by Hollywood Unlocked. You know what I'm saying?
That's Jason Lee. Jason Lee. Yep.
Question though about her other kids. Are they with the father?
I don't know custody. I'm not sure what that setup is.
I always see the kids around her, so I don't know the custody situation with that. I know her father has been her overlooker. Like he overlooks her money and overlooks what she does all the time. You know, she can't spend a certain amount of money without, like, I think it's called a conservatorship. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has control over like her finances and stuff like that. So I know he had to challenge that I want to say about a year ago. But he's back. He's on top of that. That's probably why the little man was going crazy on Grandpa.
He was calling him all kinds of names. It was great. It was like when little Mason Disick is like dishing on, like, you know, how shit that's going on in the house. It's like, give these kids give them a phone and it's on. Have to start signing NDAs, you know, with crayons or something. I don't know.
I know. That it's crazy. It's crazy with the kids now.
Well, now would be a great time for Brittany to start to practice having the baby, because there's really not much else to do. So I'm sure they're, you know, working it out.
No Vegas to go to every day. All right. So what else we got?
So we got Mr. Tristan Wilds. He just
Mr. 90210.
Oh yeah. He just posted, I think it was for Essence magazine. He did a cover with either his fiance, his wife, and his little baby. But yeah, they look good. They look good.
Yeah, this is like I think he's was going through some things, like in terms of deciding career wise what he wants to do. Yeah, he did 90210, but you know, certain things can put you in a specific hole, right? People only see you a certain way, and I think there's more. You know, there's more to him than the 90210 franchise.
Wasn't he in the video Hello with Adele?
Oh yeah.
Well, you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah, he was the guy. It was like the love interest.
For real?
In Hello.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I just remembered. I remember the name, and then I saw his face. I was like, "Oh yeah, that Hello." Yeah. That was humongous.
Oh wow.
Well, that's nice. He's a new dad. That's cool. It looks nice.
That's amazing.
New dad. All right. What else?
All right. So Meek Mills. Meek Mills had his birthday yesterday, right? It was his birthday yesterday, and Milano dropped me off King on my birthday. So that was the best gift for him. I don't know what he meant by that.
No, she dropped the baby. The baby, it's a boy. It's a king. It's his king. It's his son.
Really?
So he's saying, yeah. The baby was born on his birthday, so they share the same birthday.
That's
huge.
Milano is his girl, right? I don't know who that is. Who's that?
Well, that's not the video for it that you're showing, but yeah, he's really enamored of his girl. He's, you know, been public about the relationship, how, you know, quality it is, and how happy he is. And it was only recently that he let people even know that she was pregnant, you know, publicly. Yeah. And he had the baby on his birthday. So that's kind of
that's humongous. I love that. I love the fact that he has the same birthday as his son. I mean, they're gonna be competing later on in life, but you know, you know what I'm saying? But you know, That's dope. He never gonna forget his birthday.
He'll never forget the birthday. That's right. It's a good one.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope for your kid to have the same birthday.
So Chris Brown, if you guys didn't know, did a collab. He did a collab with Slime and B. Did you hear about this?
Yeah. He just had a birthday too, Chris.
Yes. Chris Brown just had a birthday. We announced
like a big cake with his pictures of his kids all over the cake and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see this collaboration. It's just new music. Anytime you have new music for Chris, you know, I'm in. I'm always in with that.
Can you see the screen right now or no?
Nah, it's black.
All right, something's going on with the computer. Be right back. 1 second. Keep talking.
Yeah. So yeah, Fresh. So both of them. I haven't heard none of the new music. I definitely got to get up on the new music, but I'm all with the Chris Brown stuff.
Yeah, Chris. I mean, that last album he put out was, there was like over 40 songs or something. He, just put out an entire catalog. It was amazing. He's probably beyond a triple threat. He's so talented. Even as an artist, he's so talented. He literally knows how to paint and spray paint and draw and come up with caricatures. And yeah, he's incredibly talented, that guy. I'd love to see in the future what he starts to develop as a bigger business brand, meaning not just the music, whether comics or animation. I would love to see if he goes in those lanes. It'd probably be really wicked.
I know. And the thing is, I feel like he can sell some of his art. Like his art is so dope.
Sure.
I feel like he could go down that lane as being a real fresh artist out there right now and sell his art for like 50 G's, even more probably. Like how Basquiat and them, used to do it. But I feel like he got that talent.
He has the talent. The thing is with art, it's I don't know if there would be the separation of the personality, like all the, I'm not really sure how that would play out for him. We'd be curious to see. I know like Swiss Beats has the Dean collection. We've got, I'm sure he's got one or two Chris Brown pieces in there.
For sure.
I would think so. But he should talk to him and find out what would work. Kind of shape his image in that arena. That's a different world entirely.
I bet.
Yeah.
I had to restart my computer. Something crashed bad. We got a guest, one out of the two already in the queue, just so you know.
Okay.
So we got a special guest coming on in a few seconds to do some cool stuff. You want to still go through the more stories?
So just to cue the special guest for later, we got Irie Sky. She's about to let us hear her new single. So stay tuned for that. Plus, we're gonna talk to her and her manager / producer. So it should be fun.
Yeah.
So Vanessa Bryant, right? I see on her Instagram.
She celebrated a birthday. There's so many birthdays, babies and birthdays.
Let me tell you something. She celebrated her birthday, and I saw some of the images she was putting out there. Man, I couldn't see too many because I was tearing up already. So she's God bless her and her family. I even did a post on Instagram with her.
So that was one on her social, right?
Yeah.
Envelope. Yeah.
I'm thinking that's a letter from Kobe.
Yeah. So this was a letter that he had written to her, and she was holding it to open for her birthday. She decided to milestone that, to make that her moment. She was anxious to open it, but she waited. And the one thing I want to say about her, which I think is really amazing, is he was such a public figure. He was like an icon, and especially me being in Los Angeles, the guy is really like icon status out here.
Yes.
The fact that she stays public, with her family, showing us how they're healing and dealing, with the loss of her daughter and her husband, it's kind of amazing because it's like purity. It's pure love. There's nothing, dramatic about it. It's literally just sharing, and I think it's great. I think it's great she does that.
So going off that story, I don't know if you guys heard about Kobe Bryant. So what Kobe Bryant, when he died, there was all this controversy of people taking pictures of the scene and everything like that. So now, because of the death, it prompts California bill prohibiting release of graphic crime scenes images. So that's pretty big. That's pretty huge.
Right for that stringer, right? The stringers.
That's what I was just about to say. So the stringer business does a lot of that kind of stuff, right? So I know it hits them directly. In the paparazzi business, I mean, we don't deal with it as much as stringers do. But in California, I mean, they have a whole show gearing towards this kind of stuff. So I know that's going to hurt the business.
Oh, yeah. That's big. That means it could creep into the celebrity culture too, though. If they're able to, set restrictions or people can release, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that the photos of that helicopter crash was so graphic, and there was a lot of young people on that helicopter, and also timing when things are released. We live in a microwave world. Things are quick and fast now. She probably didn't have time to process this before the rest of the world found out about it and got to see, some really graphic photos. So, sorry if it's going to ruin some businesses or opportunities for people, but I don't really know that we're supposed to be seeing that.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I never wanted to ever cover anything like that anyway. So, I mean, I'd rather them protect, they can't protect themselves. So, someone got to protect them, So let
Hollywood show us, crazy stuff like that. Like, we don't need to see the real thing. Yeah.
Yep. So the next and final story, right? We talked about it a little bit yesterday, right? Elon Musk, with his fiance, wife, whoever that girl is, her name is Grimes. She's an artist. They had a baby, and they named it all kinds of different signs, right? I don't even know how to even say the name, right? Let alone, I don't know what was going through their mind. But what do you guys think about their baby's name?
Well, somebody was trying to decipher it. I mean, the internet wins all the time because the memes that are coming out on this are genius. And somebody was saying it means like Kylie, not Jenner, but Kylie Musk, or the way you decode it. I don't know. I think she put out like an entire description or like a grid, a tablet on how to read this, how to decode what this is. And then he corrected her, publicly. It just seems really narcissistic for parents to do this, but I'm not sure. And yeah, another law got passed. Well, we don't know yet, but I think California, where the baby was born, is having an issue with the name or the way they're pronouncing the name.
So this came from the supervisor of the Department of Public Health and Vital Records in Los Angeles. They said where the baby is believed has been born, it's against California law to include numbers or symbols in the name. So I think they're gonna have to change the name. They're gonna have to change the name.
You know, I like that Elon is forward thinking, but sometimes just let tradition be. You know, you don't have to change everything. We get it. You're cool. You have a lot of money. You get some clout. Come on, just calm down. You had a baby the same way that everyone else does, and you know, I don't know. Apparently, they're going off the grid though. I think he put his house up for sale, and he wants to like live in the free world, like off the grid. It sounds strange. I don't really know what it means. But clearly, wherever his grid is, we'll have internet, so he can keep letting us know what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Too
yeah,
many big companies to be off the grid. So we got two guests. We got our guests ready. You ready?
yep. We got two guests coming on, Ari Sky and my guy Charles Vascarao.
Hey guys,
Hi.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
it's all good. It's all good.
How are you guys?
Hi, Ari.
Hi.
Hi, Mig.
I can't hear Cesar. I don't know.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear Cesar.
Oh, refresh.
All right.
Like I hear everybody else.
How are you, Miguel?
What about now? Can you hear me now?
I still can't hear you. But how are you guys?
Hold on.
If you can't hear him, refresh your browser. Maybe that'll
Okay,
fix
so I'm gonna refresh it. All right.
Charles,
Happy
how you
anniversary.
doing, man?
What's going on, guys?
Happy anniversary.
Nah.
Yay, thank you.
Hi, Press.
Biff, what's up, man? How are you?
Good. Hello
What
from
part of the
Montreal.
world are you in right
Sorry,
Charles? What part of the world are you in?
we're in Montreal, Canada.
Very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We're
See,
about
I can't hear Charles now. Or
we're about 6.5 hours north of New
yeah,
York
I'm gonna
City,
refresh,
straight
I
up.
guess.
Nice.
Do you hear me? Do you
And
hear
you
me?
yourself?
We good. We
I'm
good.
in California right now.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Whenever I fly to Toronto from New York, I take Porter Air. Have you heard of
Yeah.
Porter Air?
Yes.
I love it. The stewardesses are all dressed up like back in the day with a silver platter. I'm like, this
Wow.
is amazing.
Crazy.
Ari,
That's
Ari,
Hello. Okay, now I hear Caesar. Okay, I hear Caesar.
all right.
Let's see.
Me?
Let's try other people.
Hi, Ari.
Okay. No, I don't hear Miguel.
Well, we can hear you,
I don't
Ari,
hear
and that's
Caesar.
all right.
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's
she
crazy.
won't know the questions.
I don't know what's up.
That's all right. Ari, I'll ask the questions, Ari.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
So Ari, you got these two songs. We're about to play both songs. Especially the climate we in right now. And one of my favorite songs is Warrior. So we're gonna play Warrior. Just this goes out to all the people out there just doing what they're doing. And this song goes right directly to this. So explain to me, Warrior.
Warriors is about intimidation and bullying and standing up against it. And honestly, bullying could come in all types and all forms, there's so many forms of bullying. And I feel like everybody can relate to the song. I feel like we've all experienced some form of, bullying in our lives. So yeah, it's about just standing up and stopping the bullying.
Yeah, I know. Charles, you wrote the song, right? You wrote.
Yes, yes.
So what was going through your head with the song?
Well, we've all been through life with some form of bullying, whether it was grade school, high school, stuck in traffic, But what inspired to actually write the song is I had just met Ari a bit over 3 years ago, and every Thursday we would hook up at my place, and we started at first talking about stuff, and I was getting to know her, she was getting to know me, and we started discussing topics that were her age appropriate at the time, because when I met her she was 13, and the topic bullying came up, and that's what inspired me. So her presence was the inspiration of starting that song, and then various conversations, plus we all, like I said, there was the experience, and here we are. And then we finally recorded it, and she killed it.
I know. So
Yeah.
Miguel, play the song. Let the people
So
hear.
probably might not be able to hear it, but let's see. Let's see. Let's see how this goes.
I hear you.
All right.
You bring me down. Does it make you feel much better? You wear your crown. You're convinced that it's a halo. You play the victim. You rule this fantasy. Won't stand for this again. Bring you to your knees. We are warriors. Oh, we are warriors. United we stand. Divided we fall. Can't pull us down. We're standing tall. The tears we cry, they won't fool us any longer. You're in denial, and that's what makes me stronger. Oh, you play the victim. You rule this fantasy. Won't stand for this again. We'll bring you to your knees. We are warriors. We are warriors. United we stand. Divided we fall. You can't pull us down. 'Cause we're here standing from being so much better. You're crying, wow. Is there an answer? Oh, you play the victim. Your selfish fantasy won't stand for this again. We will bring you to your knees. We are warriors. We are warriors. We are warriors. We are warriors. United we stand. Why did we fall? You can't pull us down. 'Cause we're here standing tall. We are warriors.
Ari, I know
Yeah.
you used to singing this.
I know, no, but I don't hear anything. I was just like, what part of the song are we at now? So you just see me there smiling like, I didn't hear anything.
So
Ari, she making me dizzy.
so Ari,
Oh, wait, you're 16? You're 16?
Ari, you 16, right?
Yeah, I'm 16. Yep.
Wow.
Can't hear me or Courtney? Can you
Can you hear fresh? Can you hear fresh?
I can't hear anyone except for you.
Oh, okay.
I only hear Cesar. That's it.
I don't know what.
that's the one that counts right now, right?
So ask the questions. See, ask the questions we're asking. Ask her.
Okay, all right, all right. So now, Ari, you already know I love the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, got to continue. I heard you guys got over 20,000 views on that.
Yeah,
Nice.
we did. Yep. Thank you
Congratulations.
so much. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and
Thank you.
45,000 streams on Spotify.
Oh wow.
45,000 streams?
Yeah, and 5,000 for the French version, a little over.
Nice.
Wow. All right, all right. You getting there. You getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. So what's next? Like, what's next for you guys as far as when this starts, dying down a little bit? Are you guys planning to do anything soon?
Well, we will be. I don't know if he's speaking. Is he speaking? No, he's not speaking. Okay. We will be releasing a new single, this month. Am I allowed to say the date, Charles?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, May 21st. And so I'm really excited for that. I love the song. It, talks about like the typical, like, I have a crush on a boy and I want him to, notice me and all that stuff. So I can't wait to release it. It's like obviously different from Warriors, but it's all of my songs are about, teenage life and what we experience as teenagers.
Ask her.
All right, all right.
Charles, are you thinking about writing a song about COVID? Like, young people dealing with that?
Well, it could
What did he
happen.
say? I didn't hear.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's talking to Charles. He's talking to
Okay.
Charles.
you can't hear me either. But the writing process has got me going lately because I've had a lot of time. But like right now, Ari's career, we're more going into the direction of pop, and growing her into a lot of stuff. Plus, she's also part of the writing team after this song, after the next release, the third song. She's part of the, she started writing with us, and it's really crazy good. And so the thing is that I don't want to write another theme song for her right now. I want to build on her pop status, her age group. And the thing is, like, we're all there right now in every business. Like, once COVID kicked in, everything died out. So we're on a standstill. Like, we had some summer festivals. We had, and Ari, I can't book Ari at a club. She can't get in there. So it was all summer festivals. It was all community stuff, and all that died out. So now we're at the mercy of the internet, and that's been kind of fun, but and interesting, but it's just killing us because there's there's no interaction, and Ari as well. I know she can't hear me. Her performing in front of her phone is not as fun as being in front of a crowd, but that's anybody, right?
Yeah,
So are we writing a song about COVID? I'm gonna say not yet. We could, we could, but I really, the next phase is for me to figure out how the making of a pop star is gonna proceed in,
yeah.
in,
In
in
this
the
world,
time in the
yeah,
times we're in, because already streaming makes zero money for indies. Like, 20 stream 40,000 streams not gonna get you anything. It'll get you $12, right? And then the playing live was okay, and that's where we could have sold maybe some merch. And now we're just at the mercy of that. But the merch, it could happen online, but we still gotta build up, you know, Ari's brand and stuff, and she's also growing up, and she's becoming, she's changing too, and she's gonna have her own, building her own audience at a bigger level.
It might be helpful though that the audience now is so tuned into the technology that you find a way to, dig your way to where you need to go with it. The business model is changing. It's happened before. I
Definitely.
mean, 360 deals. It's ever evolving.
Yeah.
So, being that she's so young, she's probably like has amazing opportunities to stay relevant. And I'm actually curious. You said there was a French version of the song. Will that
Yes.
be every time you guys put a song out? You'll do both
No,
like that?
no. One, as far as money, It it's almost, well, it's not double the cost, but and two, we did it because Warriors, we wanted to at some point hopefully become an international theme song. We're shooting high.
Sure.
Every song won't be in French because it's just too time consuming, and our market is so small here. It's not even worth it because we're not selling hard copies. If we were selling hard copies, then
Right.
yes, but we could do that. We have all the resources to do that. We live in a French speaking province, not unlike Ontario where you went to Toronto. We
Right.
all speak French here and English and other languages. But yeah, so my goal, and you're absolutely right, is to get Ari to a level of of where people are interacting with us more through the social network. But
Sure.
everybody's trying to figure that out as well. Unless you have $10 million in the bank, then it'll be a bit easier.
It'll come.
Right.
Caesar, ask Ari if she's done TikTok.
Ari, have you been doing TikTok, Ari?
I have. I actually I posted a little like cover today on it, but I will be. I was actually planning on like making a few like I have ideas in mind, a few tonight. So yeah, I've been working that as well.
That's probably
Let's put her
Yeah,
TikTok in her banner. Let's get her TikTok name in the banner so people know.
what is
yeah.
it?
It's
We're
at
gonna
Ari
get your
Sky
TikTok.
Official.
We're gonna get your TikTok banner on the
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
so people
All
can
right.
follow you on TikTok too.
That's good.
Ari Sky
Thank you.
Official is her banner everywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
Harry Sky
Right?
official.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll play the next song and I'll put up the banner. Um,
So
uh,
Ari, we're going to the next song. You could introduce the next song. I just saw the video too.
Oh yeah. All right, that's good. So the next song is "Look Into My Eyes."
what, any background on it, or you want to just play it?
Just play.
Oh, yeah. All my friends been starting rumors about the way I feel for you. Maybe I'm just in denial. They all believe it, but what can I do? These corridors, they feel so empty. Even though I'm not alone. All these voices, they just occupy my time. You don't seem to even know. Only for a second you see me passing by. Give yourself a reason to look into my eyes. Everything I wish for, you got me hypnotized. I want to be your everything I need. And all I want to be is by your side. If you were looking into my eyes, you would see that I am falling for you, and I feel what's gone by. My knees get weak and I start to rise for you. The nights they feel a little empty. Thoughts of you are on my mind. You don't even know how desperate I've become just to share with you this moment. Only for a second you see me passing by. Give yourself a reason to look into my eyes. For everything I wish for, you got me hypnotized. All I want to be, you're everything I need. for you. Oh,
So Ari, awesome song.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
good stuff, bro.
Thank you.
So how did this song come about?
Well, yeah, it's just it's the usual teenage life, having a crush on someone and wanting them to notice you or want you back as well. So yeah, it's just that's what it is. It's the typical the typical, like, you know what I mean.
I know what you
Yeah,
mean. I know what you mean.
yeah.
Charles,
It's been a long time, but you know what she means.
What do you
it's been
say?
it's been a very long time.
Yeah, it is. It has, yeah.
Yeah.
So Charles, you wrote this song too, right?
Yes.
So what was going through your head, your process of
Well,
this song?
again, it was inspired through conversations with Ari when I met her. So I had to get in touch with my feminine side, and then my teenage feminine side, and this is what came out of it. And it was, I don't know, it was just magical. I mean, you could tell her what I just said. When she entered the room, and Warriors and this song were kind of written at the same time. She just inspired me so much, and it was so wonderful to start working with such a great talent at that age. Because again, she had just turned 13, so she didn't quite understand a lot of the songwriting process, but she caught on fast. And like I said, now going forward, she just became part of the team. But again, it was really talking to her and zoning into uh, being a teenager again and how I felt when I was a teenager,
Mm.
and again, and then from a female perspective, which was a little bit harder, but we're soft guys, right? So yeah.
All right. But yeah, what's up, Ari? Thanks again for coming on the
Thank
show.
you so much for having me. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Charles, you already know. You guys, you guys, amazing. You guys are family.
Thank you
Always
so
welcome
much.
on the show.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
So the
Cesar,
next,
tell her to holler at me when they need a video. I got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make some visuals.
so
Yeah.
Fresh does videos, music videos. That's like a percentage of her talent. She's so talented.
Oh,
So
wow, that's amazing.
so she made Fresh. What are some of the videos you done? Like name off like 3 or 4.
BB Rex,
Who's the
Cody
artist?
Shea,
But who's the artist?
Travis.
Travis Scott.
Huh?
She did Travis Scott, BB Rexa.
I did the Halsey.
No
Halsey
way. That's
Graveyard
crazy.
Did you
That's
see her
absolutely
face?
crazy.
Halsey?
Tell her the Halsey Graveyard one because she would probably know that one.
That's crazy. What?
Oh, you
She
can
did
hear
the
it.
Halsey Graveyard, the graveyard one for Halsey.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. Oh my god. That's wild.
A ton of videos. So yeah, when you need the visuals, holler at the kid. I'm here.
Yeah.
So anytime you need, the visuals, right here.
We're gonna follow you as soon as we hang out.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I remember when Destiny's Child first started out. I had hosted an event for the WNBA, the first WNBA All-Star Weekend. I hosted an event, and I had Destiny's Child come. They were brand new, and watching them grow, like I love that process.
Wow.
I'm feeling nostalgic just because I know what it's like being in the studio, trying to come up with, the ideas, the lyrics. I've been there before. So, I can imagine from 13 to 16, the progress that you guys have made, the creativity has developed and matured into now what you're putting out to the public. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time, I'm sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep writing. Don't stop. Keep writing, keep
actually,
recording.
The
Gotta keep
What did she
writing. She said
Sorry,
you
what'd
better
you say?
keep writing. Keep writing.
Of course, I am.
Never
Yeah,
stop
of course.
writing.
And tell her keep recording, even if it's just on her phone, just all the melodies, all of that. Keep it. Keep documenting that.
She was like, keep recording and write. Do the melodies. Do the melodies. You got to record all the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the
All right.
the advantage of us working together is that I'm actually a musician. I'm not just business management stuff. So there's always communication, and there's always a constant communication. And I'm really stepping back for her to grow as a songwriter and stuff. And Cesar, I want you to repeat that so she hears what I just said.
Either
So
interpret
Charles said that he's stepping back so you can become more of a songwriter.
Yes, I have been writing a lot recently, especially during quarantine. And yeah, I'm always at it.
All right. All right.
Good.
We can't wait. Can't wait. Much love. Thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Big up
Thank
to
you
you
guys so
guys.
much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Especially our 50th show. So
I'm honored.
even more
I'm
special.
honored.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm honored. Thank you so
Congratulations.
much.
All right, guys.
Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Stay safe, everybody.
We're gonna follow you, Fresh, and